Hey there! Welcome to Queer Kid Stuff. I'm Lindsay, and today we're talking about the Women's March.
We are different in many ways. Doesn't matter if you're a boy, girl, or somewhere in between. We all are part of one big family. Gaming's happy. Queer Kid Stuff. You are
On
enough.
Friday, January 20th, 2017, Donald Trump was officially inaugurated as President of the United States. That was a pretty difficult day for a lot of people. If you haven't watched our video on the 2016 election yet, you can check that out by clicking on the card that just popped up right there. But I want to talk about something else that happened over the weekend that was actually really cool. That was the Women's March. The Women's March was a peaceful protest, which is a form of activism. We learned a little bit about activism when I read A is for Activist by Santo Nogueira for you. We will probably talk a little bit more about activism in the future. But to put it simply, activism is about expressing how you want something to change. This channel is actually a form of activism because I wanted to change how kids like you learn about LGBTQ+ topics. The Women's March was a form of activism where a ton of people agreed to go outside to planned locations with clever signs on Saturday, January 21st to walk together expressing the idea that women deserve equal rights. You might recognize that idea from when we talked about feminism. The Women's March was a huge feminist event. It ended up being the biggest protest in American history. The main march was in the Capitol, Washington, D.C., and they estimated there were close to 1 million marchers. There were also marches in cities all across the US and abroad. I marched in New York City where there were about 500,000 people. There were also huge crowds in Chicago and Los Angeles. There was actually a march on every single continent in the world, including North America, Europe, South America, Africa, and there was even a march in Antarctica. I hope they wore their big coats for that one. Some of you might have gone with your parents. I've actually got some pictures of a few of you with your signs. Thank you so much for sending them in. Have a look. Thank you so much for watching Queer Kid Stuff. I hope you were as inspired by the Women's March as I was this weekend. We have a long 4 years ahead of us, and this was a great start. Grown-ups, there are a ton of ways you can keep getting involved. You can go to womensmarch.com and take part in a new campaign called 10 Actions 100 Days, where they will post a new action to take part in every 10 days. I've included a few other links in the description for more ways to get involved. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for new videos every Wednesday. You can do that by hovering over our logo right there. And that's it from me. We'll see you next time at Queer Kid Stuff.